Hey everyone, it's the one and only magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, I will be going over my prediction for AEW Double or Nothing, which is happening this Sunday. And before we get started, I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. And like always, if you like the video, leave a like, leave a comment down below. And if you aren't subscribed already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Turn on all notifications so you know the second that I upload to YouTube. And if you want to share the video, that would be great too. And if you do any of those things, that would be very much appreciated. Now, I was waiting for a couple of things to happen on Dynamite, okay, before I made this video. So it's Friday night during this, right now, while I'm recording this, and I was waiting to see if the Hurt Syndicate was going to turn on MJF, because MJF has been all about wanting to join the Hurt Syndicate, which is Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin and MVP's faction. And to my surprise, they didn't turn on him. So MJF is now a member of the Hurt Syndicate. So why I was waiting on that, because that's going to kind of factor into one of my predictions. But nonetheless, and then also Will Ospreay and Hangman Adam Page they had those two, oh man, they had an absolutely phenomenal promo this past Wednesday. That promo alone makes me more excited than, for that particular match. It makes me more excited for Will Ospreay and Adam Page more so than Anarchy in the Arena. I think that's going to be a really good match, but we'll get there. But anyway, okay, let's get to these predictions. First up, we have a tag team match between Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford facing off against Anna Jay and Harley Cameron. I'm not really going to spend too much time talking about this one. I believe that Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford are probably going to win this tag team match, just because they want to make Megan Bayne, they want to continue to make her look strong. So I believe they will win that one. So yeah, there's not really much to say other than that on that tag team match, but who knows? We'll see, I guess. Next up, we have the 2025 Women's Owen Hart Foundation Cup Tournament Final, and the winner earns an AEW Women's World Championship match at All In. Quote unquote on the word earns, as we're going to talk about. So we have Jamie Hayter, and she's going to go against Mercedes Moné. Now, I know the majority of the fan base, they would love to see Jamie Hayter, and myself included, the majority of the fan base, and myself included, would love to see Jamie Hayter win. That way Mercedes Moné that way she doesn't win. But let's be fucking real. There's no chance in hell Jamie Hayter's winning. Not when Mercedes Moné has creative control over her character. Don't let anybody fool you. Mercedes Moné, if she wanted to lose, all she would have to do is say so. But nah, her ego's too fucking big. It's bigger than her own fucking head. No, she's not going to lose to Jamie Hayter. Unfortunately, Jamie Hayter's going to get buried. And that's going to eventually lead to Mercedes Moné beating Timeless Tony Storm. Like, it sucks, but there's not really a whole lot anybody could do about it. Tony Khan could put a fucking stop to it and say, hey, your ego's getting too big for your head, okay? But, oh no, he's not going to stop it. He's just going to let her keep on winning until she says she wants to lose. And that might be, who fucking knows? It's not going to be any time in the distant future. So I would love to see Tony Khan say, you know what? No, I think Jamie Hayter should win because it would make for a better story between Timeless Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter. Because if you don't remember, before Tony Storm was Timeless Tony Storm, Tony Storm, Saraya, and Ruby Soho were responsible for injuring Jamie Hayter back when she was the women's world champion. Jamie Hayter, that was. They ended up injuring her, and Tony Storm was included in that. So there would be some history right there, and I think honestly that would be the better story. That would be the semi-better match. But oh no, Tony Khan and Mercedes Moné, they're not going to let that happen. So, unfortunately, I do think Mercedes Moné is going to win. That way she can get about, another 800 belts? Because, like, she's got a belt here, belt there, belt. She's got about, 10 damn belts on one arm, 10 belts on another arm. I mean, it's ridiculous. No, but for real, she's only got 3 belts, but she's about to end up having, because the Owen Hart title, that's a belt, not a real belt, but that's just something they award the winner every year. She's about to have 4 belts, and then she's about to have number 5 when she takes Tony Storm's belt in July. Great, fantastic. But anyway, let's move on. Mercedes Moné, is going to win. Unfortunately, there's nothing that anybody can do about it. Well, somebody can, but he won't. But anyway, let's move on. We have, next up, a tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. The defending champions, the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, with MVP and probably now MJF, I would imagine, is going to be defending the titles against the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Now, I had this match going one of 2 ways. If MJF would have gotten beaten down by the Hurt Syndicate, I would have believed that MJF would have cost the Hurt Syndicate the tag team titles. But that didn't happen. MJF is now a member of the Hurt Syndicate, so he doesn't really have a reason to turn on the Hurt Syndicate. So, if MJF would have gotten beaten down, I would say that Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara are probably going to win. But since that didn't happen, MJF is a member of the Hurt Syndicate. So, give me Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin to retain, because if MJF isn't a factor in costing the Hurt Syndicate the titles, there's honestly no reason for the Hurt Syndicate to lose. They're just a little bit more over, even though they are supposed to be a heel faction. People, they're part of their theme song in there is "We hurt people, right?" And you hear people chanting that when they come out, when their music hits. So, unless MJF would have gotten beaten down, there's no reason for MJF to turn on the Hurt Syndicate. Now, Could the Hurt Syndicate turn on MJF, or could MJF end up turning on the Hurt Syndicate later on? Yes, one of those is very possible, because I believe there might be a match at All In between Bobby Lashley and MJF eventually, but that's less than 2 months away, so I don't know. I'm not sure how we get there exactly, but that might be something they plan on doing. So, yeah, give me the Hurt Syndicate to retain the tag team titles. Next up, we have a singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship between probably one of the best things AEW has going on right now until Mercedes Moné ruins that in less than 2 months. We have the champion, Timeless Toni Storm, with Lufer defending the title against Mina Shirakawa. Now, I think this match is going to be pretty good. I do. They had a match about almost a year ago, and that match was pretty good. So I don't expect anything less. I expect these two will deliver and do what they're supposed to do to have a good match, and I think it's obvious. I don't see Mina Shirakawa winning. No, 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 no. Because Mercedes Moné wants to be the one to beat Toni Storm in July. So, obviously, I'm going to go with Timeless Toni Storm to retain because, oh, buddy, you know what? I want to give a early eulogy to Timeless Toni Storm when she gets buried to Mercedes Moné. It fucking sucks, but Tony Khan has the power to stop it, but he won't. Of course he's going to give Mercedes Moné what she wants. Oh yeah, in the fall, in the last part of summer, in the fall, get used to seeing Mercedes Moné with one title here, another here. Yeah, get used to her with 4 or 5 titles after All In. I mean, there's no denying it's gonna fucking happen. I mean, it hasn't even happened yet, but I'm already not looking forward to it in the fucking slightest. It sucks. It sucks. But, you know, Tony Khan could do something about it, but oh no. He's not going to do it. He doesn't want to upset that apple cart of Mercedes Moné, you know what I mean? So yeah, give me Timeless Toni Storm to retain. Next up, we have a tag team match between FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood with Stokely Hathaway, and they're going to be facing Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. So there's been a whole storyline where FTR where they was pushing around Tony Schiavone, and they even got up into Nigel McGuinness's grill. And unlike Tony Schiavone, you know, Nigel McGuinness, he actually fought back a little bit, and that's kind of a reason. And then also, they've been beating down Daniel Garcia as well, so that's part of why they are having this tag team match. And I'm sure it's going to be good to see Nigel McGuinness get back in the ring for however long they go, but do I realistically see Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness winning? No, I don't. I think FTR is going to win, because they are going to want to make FTR look strong for an inevitable return by Adam Copeland, aka Edge, right? They're going to want to make FTR look like a real threat against Edge, and thus Adam Copeland is going to have to somehow convince Christian Cage to get on his side. How we get there, again, I don't know. There's going to be some kind of betrayal where Christian Cage ends up getting turned on by the patriarchy of Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. So, how we eventually get to FTR versus Edge and Christian Cage, I don't know, but that match is inevitably going to happen. Well, at least I would hope it would. So, yeah, give me FTR to win just to make them look stronger going into that inevitable Edge return, whenever that will be. Next up is a first time ever for AEW. We have a stretcher match where the objective of the match is to put your opponent on the stretcher and to wheel it, and you have to have all four wheels cross the finish line. So no disqualifications. They can beat the heck out of each other all they want. No problems at all. That's the only objective of a stretcher match, is you have to put your opponent fully on the stretcher and all four wheels have to cross the finish line. So, and that stretcher match is going to be between Mark Briscoe and Ricochet. So, who do I think is going to win this match? I don't see it being Mark Briscoe. No. I see Ricochet inevitably winning this stretcher match. Because I believe that by Ricochet winning this stretcher match, it's eventually going to set up a situation where Ricochet is going to start feuding with Anthony Bowens, because Anthony Bowens and Ricochet had a match, and Ricochet used those gold scissors to cheat to beat Anthony Bowen. So I feel like they're gonna go back to that after this match in some way. But yeah, I like Mark Briscoe, but it's unfortunate he is getting jobbed out to Ricochet. But Ricochet is a pretty good heel. I will say, not the best heel, but like, it's pretty good. But will he be able to build on that momentum and maybe even eventually get one of the smaller, not one of the smaller, but one of the mid card titles eventually? Maybe, because I don't see Ricochet ever being a world champion. It doesn't matter what brand or what wrestling promotion he's in. Maybe he could go after the TNT title or the international title, something like that. I could see that being very realistic for Ricochet, but nothing higher than that. So yeah, give me Ricochet to win this stretcher match. Next up, we have Anarchy in the Arena, and it's going to be Team AEW, Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale, and the Ops, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Shibata versus the Death Riders, John Moxley, Claudio, Marina Shafir, and Wheeler Yuta, and the Young Bucks of Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. So, AEW is doing a first time ever. They are involving the ladies in Anarchy in the Arena of with Willow Nightingale and Mina Shafir. Which that's going to be kind of interesting, because Mina Shafir, she has been butting her ass in all of the beatdown, so it's time for her to get some dose of her own medicine, and Willow Nightingale can provide that. This should be a pretty fucking wild match. Anarchy in the Arena usually is, and I don't think this is going to disappoint as far as all of them beating the hell out of each other. It's absolutely going to deliver on that. Who do I think is going to win Anarchy in the Arena? I think the team of the Death Riders and the Young Bucks. I think they are going to win this match, because then that will set up for Blood and Guts in June. It'll set up for sometime in June. That'll set up. the heel team of the Death Riders and the Young Bucks winning Anarchy in the arena will set up Blood and Guts for the month of June, which I think whoever's going to be a part of that facing the Death Riders and Young Bucks, Team AEW, because how it went last year, the heel team won Anarchy in the arena while the face team won Blood and Guts, and I don't expect any different. I would say either the face team will win this and the heel team will win Blood and Guts, or I think the heel team is going to win Anarchy in the arena while the face team, I do believe, will end up winning Blood and Guts once again. So yeah, give me Team Death Riders and Young Bucks to win Anarchy in the arena, and they are going to go absolutely balls to the wall. What, 40, 50 minutes just beating the hell out of each other. So there you go. There's not much more to say about it than that. They're going to beat the hell out of it. They're going to beat the hell out of each other. They're going to go absolutely nuts. All of them that are involved in the match, and I'm sure there will be interferences without a doubt. Next up, we have a singles match for the AEW Continental Championship between the Continental Champion Okada defending against Speedball Mike Bailey. Not really going to go into this match too much. I think that Okada will win and will retain because they definitely want to do Kenny Omega and Okada for the International and Continental Championship at All In to unify both of those championships. So, yeah, give me Okada just for that simple reason of we are eventually going to get Kenny Omega and Okada at All In for both of their championships on the line. So, yeah, there's not really much to say on there. Other than Okada, you know what? I would say out of the Team Elite, he's probably my favorite. Out of between him and the Young Bucks, I would have to say Okada. I like him much better, even though he's a heel. So yeah, give me Okada. Next up, we have a trios match between Paragon, that would be Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong, versus the Don Callis family of Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, and Josh Alexander. I think the Don Callis family is going to win this trios match. I could see very likely they set up a match between Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher for the TNT Championship, possibly at All In. I could see that being very likely. And for that to happen, I believe that I could see Kyle Fletcher pin Adam Cole in the trios match. But even if that doesn't happen, I still think the Don Callis family are probably going to win, thus setting up a future possible TNT championship match between Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher. And then honestly, I think I would have Kyle Fletcher win the TNT championship away from Adam Cole, just because they could do something fresh with the TNT championship by then. But we'll see. Now, what has been confirmed to be the main event, what has been confirmed to be the main event of Double or Nothing, the 2025 Men's Owen Hart Foundation Cup Tournament Final. The winner earns an AEW World Championship match at All In against Jon Moxley. You have Hangman Adam Page going up against Will Ospreay. Now, who do I think is going to win this match? Honestly, this is going to be the toughest pick out of all of them, because I mean, they could go 50-50. It's 50-50. They could go with Hangman Adam Page, or they could go with Will Ospreay. So it's going to be it's going to be Hangman Adam Page's redemption versus Will Ospreay's ascension clashing at Double or Nothing. What is going to prevail? I I've honestly given this some thought, and their promo on Wednesday, oh man, so good. It got me feeling a little something in my chest. Oh, holy shit. The promo was so good. This match I'm so much more excited for than I am Anarchy in the Arena. I mean, I'm sure Anarchy in the Arena will be good, but I'm anticipating this match to blow Anarchy in the Arena out of the water. Absolutely. I think this is definitely going to be match of the night. If it's not, I'd be surprised if this is not match of the night. Because these two can go. Adam Page can certainly go. Will Ospreay can definitely go. Now, what would be the better story? The better story would be Hangman Adam Page winning and getting a title shot and redeeming, going after redemption for all of the stuff that he has done, for burning Swerve Strickland's childhood house down, for beating down Christopher Daniels so bad that he had to retire from the feud and beat downs that he's delivered to Jeff Jarrett. And even Adam Page said that after I beat Swerve Strickland and burnt his house down, he's like, after that, I absolutely felt nothing. Even though I got what I wanted by beating and nearly ending Swerve Strickland's career, it just didn't satisfy me. It didn't fulfill me. Even though I got what I want, he's like, I felt nothing. He said that last Christmas when his son was opening his Christmas toys, Adam Page said, I was looking out the window at nothing, just hoping for somebody to come. Because he was thinking, as he was looking out that window, he was thinking to myself that even though I got what I wanted by beating Swerve Strickland, I feel empty inside. I feel absolutely nothing. And he's like, I haven't won championship gold since I was trying to stop Swerve Strickland from winning championship gold. I got nothing. I haven't won any championship gold. I've been so close, but close doesn't count. So he says this means the absolute world to me if I can win this tournament and go on to face Jon Moxley. And then Will Ospreay says, I know that you've been at the top. I know this very well, but I have yet to get to the top. So, if you guys want to go watch the whole promo, I'm sure it's on the AEW YouTube page for sure. But, like I said, the better story would be Hangman Adam Page winning, but is Will Ospreay more marketable than Adam Page? Could Will Ospreay potentially winning bring in more revenue for All In? I mean, it is very possible. So who do I think is going to win? Honestly, before I tell you guys this, I would not be mad if either man won. I honestly, as long as they can give us a good fucking match, I'll be happy. I'll be happy about that. Honestly, I won't be mad if neither man wins. I can see the case for either man winning. So now, time to tell you who I think is going to win. I think I could see Tony Khan going with, you know what? Will Ospreay is going to earn us more revenue during All Out Weekend and leading up to all in. He's gonna, he's gonna believe that Will Ospreay is going to bring more eyes on All In if it's going to be Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay for the world title in July. Although Hangman Adam Page, it's a better story. His whole theme of being the Hangman, it fits the All In theme of them being in Texas. That absolutely fits. So that would make sense, but I see Will Ospreay winning just for the simple fact that I believe Tony Khan is looking at Will Ospreay like, yeah, he's going to bring us more eyes on our product at All In. He's going to bring in more revenue. But I could see him going back to say, you know what, Adam Page is more of an AEW original. So, and he's reliable. So, I just want to go with him just to be the safest option. It would be the better story. And then Adam Page's whole gimmick of him, being the Hangman, and that would fit the All In Texas theme very much. So I am going to go with Will Ospreay, but I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Page wins. This is definitely 50-50. We don't know what way they're going to go. Hopefully, whoever wins this match ends up, for the love of God, dethroning Jon Moxley. It doesn't matter. As long as one of these two dethrones Jon Moxley at All In, let's hope that's the best case scenario. Please don't stretch it to fucking October. I've heard that there's a possibility that they might try to stretch Jon Moxley's title reign to a fucking year. Oh God, please don't do that, Tony Khan. Listen, at this point, just wait till All In and end it at All In. It's not that difficult. No matter if you go with Adam Page or Will Ospreay, it doesn't matter. Have Adam Page or Will Ospreay end the fucking title reign. Do you understand? You probably don't, but that's what needs to happen. Adam Page or Will Ospreay needs to be the one to end that title reign. That title reign, it sucks ass. Jon Moxley's done absolutely nothing good for the title. But yeah, I'm sure there will be a couple of other matches which, if I miss them, I miss them. I got most of the matches, so there's like 10 matches, so I could see there being another 2 or 3 matches added to the card. Honestly, they like to do that the very last minute, and I'm not going to make an update video. So, yeah. So you guys know all of my thoughts on who I think is going to win all the matches at AEW's Double or Nothing. The women's match for the Owen Hart tournament, it's predictable as fuck. Absolutely it is. The men's side of the tournament, it's not as predictable as the women's side. No, it's really not, because they could go left or they could go right. You don't know what way they're going to go. You don't know. Either way, I won't be mad at the result, as long as whoever wins the tournament on the men's side dethrones Jon Moxley. That absolutely needs to happen. Jon Moxley should have already lost the title. He should have lost it months ago. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys for today. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and for your continued support. And if you're new, welcome on in for the very first time. I'm glad to have your support, and thank you for your time. I am Buck Beak, and I'm going to go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.